Hello and welcome to New York Sofalites. My name is Rachel and I'm here with my oldest friends in the world, Stephanie and Gretchen. And there is a lot going on out there in the world. And we have some thoughts. And today we have some thoughts. We have like the coolest intersection of things that we care about, which are movies and fashion and being kind of shady. So we're gonna kick things off by just like having like a broad discussion of a designer who historically we don't like. And their name is Demna, and they are the new creative director at Gucci.
Which we do like. It's
Which we
such
do
a
like.
conundrum.
There's a lot of cognitive dissonance, and I feel like that's kind of the theme of the week, so this fits in perfectly.
It is.
Okay,
and I have to say Happy New Year, Rachel.
Oh, thank you.
Oh yeah,
Shana
Happy New Year.
Tova.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Happy New Year.
I'm sorry that the new year has been
little
it's been a long
chaotic.
week, but
Well, so far the new year has been fine. Although like really horrible shit happened last year. So
Yeah.
yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so far the new year's we're only
2 days in, so
2
it
days
could
in. Okay.
things could get worse, but so far we're okay.
I have a quick question. And I am less familiar with Demna. Is he the Balenciaga guy? Is that why we
Yeah.
don't like him? Okay.
That's
He's
why
the-
he's shady.
The Tom of
Yeah.
Finland teddy bears.
Oh, that's not great.
Yeah.
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 Okay.
Yeah.
Brendan's like, all right, where do we go from there?
Well, no, I didn't remember what he did, and now I remember. Okay. It's weird that Gucci hired him after that. Kind of weird.
I know. I'm like,
Yeah.
so are
Think
we?
so,
Are we
too.
like apparently? I mean, that was in 2022,
Yeah, not that long ago.
and right now it's 2025.
During the height of COVID, so like people were making weird decisions.
Yes, people were a little like,
And people
cooped
were
up.
super online and talking about everyone's weird decisions. So
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
got so many Instagram
Got a lot of
DMs about
reactions.
this.
Yeah,
Yeah.
a lot of reactions.
Or about
So-
his Balenciaga campaign. The
Yeah.
And now-
infamous-
I will say that also during, I believe, the Demna Balenciaga moment, there was the Balenciaga snow show, which was like really cool.
Yeah, that's
So-
right. I remember that. Yeah.
What was that?
It
I
was
missed-
at Paris Fashion Week, and it was like during one of the fall winter shows, and it was inside, and they made this like big glass like enclosure, and they made it snow in there, and the models
Oh.
walked in the snow,
Wait, I did see this. Yeah.
and that was
Okay.
pretty cool.
That's cool.
Yeah.
So
I
Well,
mean, we're not saying he's not creative and like has interesting moments.
we're
It's
not
just
saying
that-
he's not talented.
Yeah, there
No,
were just
of
the
course.
problematic stuff. Yeah.
yeah, the teddy bears were too far.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was a little
that-
much.
That was pretty gross.
Yeah.
He did
unfortunately.
apologize for it and admit that it was creepy. Like,
Yeah,
he
that's
claims
good
he
that-
didn't notice in the development, but in hindsight saw it was creepy.
That he didn't notice in the development, like he was like, "This all seems
all checks out.
fine
This
to
is
me."
what always blows my mind when stuff like this actually goes all the way to like a show or an ad campaign. I'm just like, the number of eyes that had to be on this.
Mhm. And be like, yeah, this
Yes.
is fine.
Just
Yeah.
be like, yeah, it's good.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so
It's
so
great.
good.
It should, yeah. I
Yeah,
don't know. So I
and
guess
then it's a
we're-
slippery slope to eugenics pants. So
Oh my god.
Yeah, so 3 years later, he's been named the creative director of Gucci.
yes, and this past Milan Fashion Week was his debut, and it's the debut of the line, or it's a capsule, or it's some clothes, and then it.
It's close.
We're very good at this. It's clothes, and it's not like a lot of clothes. It's
Yeah.
kind of like just some clothes, but yeah. So then he had this like film that premiered along with the the line in Milan, and it was like this whole thing, directed by Spike Jonze, who's a very talented filmmaker, and featuring obviously the designs. So I feel like we should split this up a little bit. Like maybe we'll talk about the designs and what we thought of them, and then we can talk about the film itself.
Sure. And we should mention it was also co-directed by Helene,
Oh,
Helena
yes, of course. I'm so sorry.
Rain. Yes,
Helena
yes,
Rain,
who
who
you
I
love.
love,
Yeah.
my queen, bodies,
Yeah.
bodies, bodies. Really love her.
Yeah.
If you've ever heard an interview with her, she's very, very funny. She was an actress and is kind of like newly a director and is just having the best time. And she seems like a really fun hang.
That's cool. Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
cool. So yeah, how do we want to talk about this? Should it be? I feel like the film is the first, like the better thing to talk about first, because we can
Okay,
talk
we can talk about the film first. Yeah,
Does
and
that
then
make
that'll lead
sense?
us in. Yep.
Okay. Yeah. So what were your initial thoughts like when you saw it?
Well, I mean, honestly, I thought the clothes were really beautiful. I really liked them. And I was like, oh, Demna, I was like really prepared to not like what you did. But I can't really say that because I did like the clothes. And there were a lot of ostrich feathers. Um, but I really loved like Demi Moore's outfits. Like at one point in the film, she sort of does like a little fashion show from her closet with a bunch of different looks, and she's wearing this like awesome floral gown that has like pockets in it.
Yes, the pockets.
The pockets,
Yeah.
yeah. And then I also love the twins, their
Oh my God.
outfit, like so good. I was just like, is this
They were so
ugly?
mean.
Or
They
is,
were
I
so
know they were so
mean.
mean. I was like, is their outfit was so symbolic of their personalities.
Oh my God, I
It
loved
was
it.
great.
I
Yeah.
couldn't really. I know that I've seen that one actress before. So the twin that was
Yeah.
on the left,
Mhm.
Yeah, I recognized
she's
her.
quite familiar, and I didn't know if I had seen the twin on the right before.
Yeah,
But
same.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I loved that dress. I watched it with my husband, and he was like, "Why don't you ever wear a dress like that?"
Oh,
Like,
you're
like,
I'm
well,
not a mean twin.
You're like,
I'm not a mean twin, and
Yeah.
I don't know if it's in the budget, but
yeah, we can try. Um, that's so nice that he's like, you could wear that. Yeah.
yeah, I mean, I
Um,
think that I
yeah.
could.
Yeah,
totally
for sure.
could.
Yeah.
You totally could.
Yeah. What about you, Rachel? What were your thoughts? Or
I
initial
mean,
thoughts?
overall, I think that this is so interesting because I think that like now we live in kind of a world where like it's I guess easier to do these like multimedia like art experiences. I'm thinking of like, you know, the Renaissance tour or like the Eras tour, like everything is a
Yeah.
visual album now. Miley Cyrus's most recent album is also a visual album. So like artists are expected or like, I don't know, they feel like they want to express themselves like in more than one medium, which I think is very cool. So
Yeah.
like, you know, a fashion show lasts for a day, but this film, anybody can just like go on the internet and watch it. So I like that element of it. I think that like I would like to see more fashion films. It did kind of, you know, it was like just barely a film. Like it kind of just barely had a narrative holding it all together. It was like mostly a music video featuring these clothes, which I liked. I felt like I wanted to be there. It was a beautiful setting. The clothes were beautiful. The composition of what I was like viewing on the screen was very
Yeah, the
beautiful.
compositions were, yeah, very beautiful.
And the music was cool. I didn't have a bad time. I was like, you know, mostly with like narrative film, like you want there to be more conflict than there was in this film, but I'm glad that there wasn't because I was like, I don't want to have bad feelings when I'm trying to like vet beautiful clothing. So I think that they actually like that worked for me. I was like
Yeah.
they threaded that needle nicely. They're like there's just enough conflict, but then also it was like this felt like very inside of Demna's head or possibly Spike Jonze's head or any artist, I guess, that like, you know, the imposter syndrome and feeling all of this pressure and feeling attacked by the press and not necessarily wanting to have an adversarial relationship with the press and like all of this kind of stuff. And I thought Ed Harris was really charming.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
great.
he was the Vanity Fair reporter, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I thought the themes or like the subplots were kind of like in a way like universally like relatable. Like there was the, like you said, imposter syndrome, and then there was like the bringing your significant other home and like the posturing among like siblings, and what was the other one I was thinking of that's now escaping me? Um I forget. But anyway, yeah.
Yeah, just kind of like mannered
Oh, the
behavior.
AI, like they kept
Oh,
bringing
they
up AI, like
that
how
was so
that's kind of
funny.
taking things
Yeah,
over.
that
And I was
was
like, that's like very 2025. Like it felt of this
yeah, because
time,
it
I
was
guess.
I was kind of confused. At first I thought it was going to be totally surreal because first of all, Demi Moore's father started was a bellhop in 1890. Like that doesn't make any sense. And then um and
And then she's
then
the president of like California and the world or
yeah,
whatever.
she like they own California. And then what's his face? Oh my God, why Fight Club guy? Why is his
Ed
name escaping?
Norton.
Ed
Ed
Norton.
Norton.
Kept
Yeah.
calling her mom, and I'm like, is she like really old and supposed to like have a lot of plastic surgery? Like I didn't really understand. And then I was like, oh, okay, he's just a
Yeah.
weird stepson. But
But
and then
also
the
I
fact,
think that the age thing, like it was supposed to stick out like that a little
yeah,
bit.
yeah, yeah, I think so
Just
too.
Yeah.
And I think it was also kind of interesting how it was very 2025 because, you know, in the beginning where uh, Elliot Page, who I thought was great in it too.
oh my
Elliot
God.
Page
Yeah,
was fantastic.
yeah,
I
Arguably stole the whole
yeah, yeah, he was
really
great as
show.
always
like, yeah,
love Elliot Page.
yeah.
I think that
He,
like I'm the only person that watched all 4 seasons of The Umbrella Academy, and it was because I was just like,
he was
you
a
know
fun
what?
Elliot Page.
I'm here for Elliot Page.
Yeah. Um, but at the beginning he said like, well, the AI like put a fault line through Santa Monica, and she was like, "Can we do this on Monday?" And I'm like, "So you guys are just like chilling on your birthday while there's a fault line in Santa Monica?" And he's like, "He wants to be the number one AI in the world," and and
The
like
AI
she's
has an
yeah
ego.
yeah
Yeah.
yeah
Yeah. It
yeah.
was
So
great.
yeah, so it was a little bit scary in that way. Like, oh, this is gonna happen, and she owns California, and then like Coca-Cola or whatever
Oh yeah,
leaks
but they were
out.
beeping it.
Yeah, and like they
Yeah.
own Florida and the FDA, so like they can just make whatever they want. And yeah, so it was like a little bit scary that way too. And I thought it was just gonna be like kind of, so it felt very timely, but then I was very confused. And like Demi Moore obviously isn't 120 years old, so like I don't like I
Yeah.
don't
Was, I
know.
mean, that was interesting on the heels of the substance, though. I feel
Hmm.
like
It was.
like she's part of that conversation is happening right now. So I don't know.
I feel
It's
like
Hmm.
like
that
some,
was like it was all definitely really purposeful.
Yeah.
yeah.
And I think that
Hmm.
these are things that like people in the industry and people who live in California like are very used to seeing. Like they're used to seeing like, you know, older than normal stepchildren still living at home, having failed to launch and like having gone to UCLA in their 40s. Like this is something a
Yeah, he's
California
like,
person
he
would
graduated
not bat
finally.
an
I'm like, did
eye
he
at.
start in his when he was
Yeah, I
18, and
was
now
like,
he's
is he the
like,
guy that spent the most time in college? You remember that guy? Like, he was setting some world record back around the time maybe we were in college, and he
I
had
don't
been in
remember.
college for like, I don't know, 10 or 20 years, and he'd gone to all these different universities, and then he was going to graduate, but he was like, oh, wait, no, I never studied abroad, so I'm going to go do that first. And
I love that. I love that for him.
Who was paying for it? Was he just taking out loans forever?
I don't know. I
Hmm.
really, I don't know.
Maybe he's just
Because
really
this was
rich.
surely probably before GoFundMe and stuff. I don't know.
I mean, I would love to have stayed in
I would
college
have
for
been, yeah, I would
many,
totally go back
many
to
years if
school.
I could have too.
Yeah.
So I
I kind
understand.
of did.
Yeah.
I would. I I think undergrad would be an interesting thing to redo at this age, though. But anyway, I digress.
Yes. Anyway, we loved Edward Norton.
We
Hmm.
do. He
Yeah.
was great.
Yeah. And
Yeah, and he looks good in
Yeah.
a Gucci suit.
yeah, he does.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, I thought like the casting was pretty good. Like kind of I kind of liked, I mean, Elliot Page, we mentioned, Demi Moore is amazing, but like Keke Palmer,
I love
Ellie
her.
Shawkat, like so many amazing actors. And I felt like they all did like a really good job of telling the story, what was there in a short period of time. And the clothes look great on them too. So,
Yeah.
Yes. I thought the
And
clothes looked great on everyone. I thought that
yeah.
especially the gowns on Demi Moore were just like
Yeah.
really, yeah, I also was not expecting to like really love what Demna was doing, or maybe I just didn't want to.
Yeah.
But I think that his tastes have evolved, and I think that, I can see where like a person who got such a bad rap for those Tom of Finland teddy bears like would have some of these feelings that came up in this film. So
yeah.
it
Yeah. Yeah, because I don't think we touched on this yet, but at one point, I think early on, Demi Moore asks her daughter to pour champagne for everyone, and then she spikes it with an unspecified drug that
a
probably doesn't really
tincture.
exist. Yeah.
I think what she said was like she listed the ingredients and it sounded like, or no, she said adaptogens. So it
Yeah. It was like it has a calming
seems
effect, supposedly, but then after the fact, she found out she's not supposed to mix it with alcohol. So everybody had like this hallucinatory, surrealist experience.
and that was basically it. Like that was the crux of the conflict of this movie was like they're all at this like weird family dinner. Someone has drugged the champagne and now everybody's like, having whatever kind of
Existential
experience.
crises. Yeah.
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 So
Which
that
also
was
felt
nice.
relatable.
Oh, absolutely. I
Like,
mean, who has not wanted to have some adaptogens at a family dinner?
yeah.
Yeah.
And then subsequently have an existential crisis with or without the
Happens to the best of
adaptogens.
us.
Has happened to
Yeah,
most of us,
it's
I
happened
think.
to us all, probably.
Yeah, yeah. But yeah. No, I love what did you have like a favorite look, you think?
I really loved the pink dress that Kiki Palmer was
That
Mm-hmm.
wearing.
was
It was great.
amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, it was gorgeous and it looked gorgeous in this space and it looked gorgeous in the pool.
Mm-hmm. It
Yeah.
was great in the pool. Yeah. I loved that too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I also loved it was like kind of dwarfed her a little bit, but Demi Moore's blue dress in the beginning that was all like bejeweled and had like the big sleeves. I
Yes.
thought that was really
Oh,
fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
With the big
Hmm.
brooch, kind of.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
I thought that was really fun. I also did not know you're not supposed to wear a tuxedo in a if there are fewer than 17 people. Is that a
Is
real
Is
this a
that
rule?
a
real
real
thing?
thing?
I feel like we should Google this because I have watched like 19
Yeah.
seasons of Downton Abbey and I've
I
never
thought you
heard
just
that.
wear the, but they're different type. But like you would be surprised, like how many different types of suits there are, and like if you don't wear like a cummerbund, it's not a tuxedo, even though there's like a tie. Like I don't. I mean, I know.
Okay,
But,
well, they have dinner with like just 5 or 6 people on Downton Abbey and they always wear white
yeah,
tie.
and this is not coming
So
up. Yeah, this is not.
Yeah, that was my thought too, Gretchen. And then I was like, I think this is fake news. And I didn't bother to Google
but I
Same.
did like Elliot Page's reaction
Yeah,
to
he's like,
that,
am I
where
bad? Yeah,
it like totally spun him out.
it.
He was
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
am I bad? And like, I
yeah,
totally understand feeling like,
yeah.
you've committed such a faux pas and like
Hmm.
everyone is looking at you sideways and really it's like all in your head.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, totally. No, I
yeah,
agree. It's I did love that. Like we can all relate to that, I think. Like that feeling.
yeah,
Being like,
Absolutely.
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. And I thought that
I
was
really loved Ellie Shawkat's red suit. Like, I really loved all the big,
Yes. Yeah.
like,
Where they showed up in the
Gucci
beginning.
emblems. Yeah, and like her red suit, I just thought that really like looked nice on her. And
Yeah.
yeah, I
And
liked that a lot.
they didn't show it in the cut really well, but they mentioned it when they like when everyone's like getting ready to go to dinner, and Kiki Palmer is like, "Is the back of that see-through?" And it
Oh
is. You just
yeah.
can't see it until they're in the pool, but it does look really cool. It's like a mesh that also has the Gucci logo,
Oh,
but
Yeah.
just the
okay.
back.
That's really
So that's
cool. I
cool.
didn't see that.
I
I
missed
remember her
that.
mentioning that, being like, "Is that see through?"
Yeah.
But yeah, yeah,
And I was like, way to bring that up right before you like meet the
But
parents.
also
yeah,
like, yeah, did you not see the back of her dress like while you guys were getting ready?
yeah.
Yeah, I was like, come
Also,
on, be
it's
observant.
Gucci. She's wearing it for a reason, right? To honor the mother, I assume. I know it's a
This is
world
the
that
other
doesn't.
thing.
Yeah,
Yeah, are we like to believe that Demi Moore's character has designed all of the fits that all of the characters in the dinner scene are wearing? Like,
well,
probably
I
yes,
assume
right?
so. Yeah, I mean, she's not. They
Okay.
don't show her designing; they show her approving. But like, yes,
Were the looks that they were wearing at dinner on those models in the garden?
I don't think so.
Okay,
I
so
don't
those were
think
like the rest
so,
of the line.
Yeah,
but I
yeah,
think they're all part of the same line. Yeah.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, I kind of like we saw her approving of them, not really designing, but I assumed
Yeah.
she must have designed at some point, you know.
I thought that was a cool scene though, too,
Mhm.
with Kendall Jenner and like
Yeah,
Yeah.
and they all had the long dark hair, and there was one girl that was like, "I'm the rich bitch" or something like that, like
Demi
in
Moore's
that
like,
jacket.
yes, thank you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah. And then the one woman was in a bed and she's
yeah.
like, why is she in a bed? And they were like,
You asked.
because you asked for that. And she was
Yeah,
like, oh, yeah, right.
yeah. At the
Yeah,
beginning was
that's,
quite funny actually when she was asleep, and they were like,
Yeah.
"It's like, were you sleeping?" And she's like, "No, of course
Yeah,
not." Yeah,
absolutely not.
yeah, yeah,
no.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Yeah, I
You're
thought
yeah.
the
not
whole thing
sleeping
was
on the
like
job.
it was good, and it was definitely like kind of similar to The Brutalist almost, where like
Mm,
the artist character in the film is like, you know, supposed to be the avatar for the artist that's making the film and the artist
mm.
that's making the clothes and all of that sort of stuff. So
Yeah.
I thought that that was a point well taken.
I was
Yeah.
I was thinking about brutalism the other day and how incorrect.
Did you finally watch The Brutalist?
No, but the whole idea that like, so brutalism originated in like a very in a group of men that was not very open minded, like that was very close minded, and like we're not into women, we're not into Jewish people, we're not into like it's like the fact that this
They were
was like
not
a
into women, or they just like
they
were
didn't think they should do it. They
chauvinists.
should do any work and stuff, or
Okay.
if they did, they took credit for it, you know. Um,
Mm-mm. We
and
don't like
so,
that.
and I was just thinking, like, isn't
Uh-uh.
in the Brutalist, isn't he Jewish? He's supposed to be like a refugee.
He is Jewish, and he is based on an actual like Jewish 20th century brutalist architect.
Well, the
So
oh my God, he did the Salk Institute. Oh my God, yeah, but
I
that
don't
guy is
know.
not
The
a
Salk
really
Institute, is that a place
Salk.
where oh
Salk. Why
okay.
can't I think of
Not
it?
the Salk
Oh, Louis
Institute.
Kahn. Louis Kahn is Jewish, but
Maybe?
um, I don't know. Yeah, so it's
I
just
don't
thinking
know.
like the Bauhaus people were not that open minded, I thought. Anyways, doesn't not related to this, but maybe it's similarly in like the
Yeah, a
um
little bit revisionist.
mhm, mhm,
Now,
mhm.
speaking of like revisionist history, uh, I feel like we're completely forgetting that House of Gucci, also a
Yeah,
movie about the people that like ran Gucci, but like a historical version of them, is
Yeah.
also a thing. Did you guys watch House of Gucci?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I thought it was so funny.
I think I only
You
watched the
thought it was
first half.
funny?
I think I watched it on a plane. I don't think I got to finish it because it was pretty hilarious. It was over the top and
It just
crazy.
like
Yeah,
Jared Leto with whatever he was doing was my favorite thing that
yeah,
happened
yeah,
during COVID.
yeah. I think that line in the beginning that uh the Gucci guy goes up to his wife, who is Lady Gaga, and says, you know, to be wife, the first time they meet. and said like, "You're like Elizabeth, you look like Elizabeth Taylor," and she goes, "I'm much better" or something. That's a real thing that really happened.
Oh,
Yeah.
The
Um,
confidence, man.
yeah, I know. And confidence
it
to try to kill someone is
did
what.
not work out for
Yeah.
them.
Nope. Nope.
Nope, nope, nope.
Nope.
Yeah, confidence or
The
So
confidence
yeah,
didn't
I
get him
think
with
that
murder.
that probably plays into this film a little bit too, because
Yeah.
they did go out of their way to like, put in some dialogue about like the history of the company, but
Hmm.
obviously a revised kind of like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
know,
Well,
fictionalized history, which I guess is all part and parcel, right? When you're taking over the reins of, a legacy company, how do you kind of pay homage to its history? And then how do you do your own thing and expand on and,
hmm.
make it modern, make it your own? So I think that was also part of it.
Hmm.
yeah, that's a really good point.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think so. Um,
Yeah, I
I
hadn't thought
think
of that.
it was kind of interesting that like that movie had come out not that long ago. It's like we kind of the whole history that's actually the actual history was like in the um kind of in the ether right now. Because if like I hadn't known about that, I would have been
You'd have been like, yeah, the he designed handbags and then he
yeah,
made his own
Yeah,
yeah,
handbags or whatever.
yeah.
yeah, exactly. I was like, okay, I think there's like a thread of truth through this whole
Hmm.
I think,
short
yeah, there
film,
were
but yeah.
nods to the truth where I think that there are nods to the history of Gucci and the Demna stuff. I saw a moto jacket that he did that has the horse bit kind of like closures on the shoulders, which is like
Ooh, that's cool. I
it
didn't see
actually
that.
is really cool. And I'm like not even shopping for a moto jacket right now
I
because I
know,
was
suddenly I
like,
want a moto jacket and I haven't even seen it, but the
man, I
way you
have like
describe it,
15 moto jackets and I was like, well, maybe this year I'll get a bomber, but
Mm.
now I don't know.
I love a bomber too.
Yeah, that was a bummer. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think my favorite, to completely change the subject, my favorite humorous part of the whole thing was when Ed Harris was like high and he was like, "Oh, there's like a mom and a dad and a baby suitcase. Can I use
Yeah.
them all at once?" And like,
Do you use
I
them all
know.
at once or do you just like
Yeah.
to stack them up? Like, I
Yeah.
loved that he was doing every obnoxious thing that the press does, but like he was doing it in such a charming way.
Hmm.
Like
yeah.
he
Yeah.
was completely like minimizing the the fashion and the suitcases, and then he was like making everything so serious, and then he was like, how do you see yourself and how do you see me? And then
Hmm.
Yeah.
as does happen with the press, sometimes he like completely flipped and turned on her for no reason.
Hmm.
And like it was
Yeah.
just, yeah, I thought it was a pretty damning portrait of Vanity Fair specifically to call them out
Yeah.
like that,
Yeah. I
but
wonder.
possibly warranted. I don't know what Vanity Fair had
Did
to say
Vanity
about the teddy
Fair?
bears.
Probably a lot. I mean, I haven't looked at it, but they're pretty good at investigative reporting and just ripping people apart. So
Mhm.
I
They
subscribe to
do.
Vanity Fair.
They
I like Vanity
they
I
don't
do too.
really support that many people. I
Fair.
guess they're mostly there
They're,
to.
I mean, they broke
Yeah.
like the Epstein
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
case.
they're a
Like
more
they're,
serious
Hmm.
outlet, I would
yeah.
say.
Like people, I think they see Vanity Fair and they see they see starlets on the cover and they're like, oh, it's kind of silly, but they do some serious reporting.
Oh yeah, for
And
sure.
they throw the
Yeah.
Oscar party, which we appreciate.
Yes.
Hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
And I like that show, Vanity Fair Confidential. It's kind of silly, but
Mm.
it's fun. If you really need something to watch that's kind of silly, but kind of
I
serious,
need something
investigative.
silly to watch.
I
It's like
always need something
investigative.
silly to
So
watch.
some of it's like serious, but it also feels like a little, tabloidy. But they do interview the real people sometimes.
I can get
Oh,
down with
that's
that.
nice.
Yeah, yeah.
We love journalism.
We love journalism.
Yeah.
And we love Ed Harris. And he
Yeah.
just, in those little spectacles, he was looking
Mm,
very, very
mm,
charming.
mm.
Yeah, he
Yeah.
was.
I
He
do.
was.
I want to. Sorry, because I know everything on the internet lasts forever. I'm gonna backtrack a little bit with the brutalism comment I made earlier. I'm thinking more of one person who was a bad guy. His name was Le Corbusier, and he was proto brutalist. He was not
Mm,
from the brutalist stuff. So just
okay.
FYI. Yeah, and I don't
This
think
is
the
all news to me, so
yeah.
you can say whatever you want, and I'll believe it.
I-
Every time someone talks to me about brutalism, I'm always like, uh-huh, uh-huh,
yeah,
yep,
yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that totally, yeah. And then I like go to work in a big brutalist building every day
You
and I'm like,
do,
this
yeah.
sucks. Like, I
Yeah, you
hate
do.
this.
Some of it's great, some of it sucks. It's very easy to go very wrong, I feel like.
There are
But
parts of it that I think are very beautiful, but like
yeah.
obviously it's been retrofitted. So
Hmm.
those are the parts that I'm like,
That are nice.
this.
Yeah. Oh, the
No,
Russian parts.
not like
Oh,
the
okay.
original parts of it. Like the
Okay.
design was actually very cool.
Realism,
Um,
yeah, yeah. I agree.
but now that they've had to retrofit it for like modern HVAC
Mm.
and stuff, it's
Mm.
not everything is working.
Yeah. See, if you do it right, like Louis Kahn did, who was a brutalist architect, I believe. I think they consider him brutalist. Yeah. He integrated that all beautifully, but then everything updates and things change. So anyway, just wanted to clear.
Anyway, but
Anyway,
yes.
yeah.
So all of this to say that we understand that artists have such a hard job. And
Yes.
when you put your work and your art out into the world for people to see through their eyes, it is, it's the death of the artist and it's so difficult. And I think that I really liked this film and that I really like Spike Jonze and I had a good time. And I'm glad it was only half an hour long,
Me
Yeah.
too.
I think it had been
unlike
longer.
The Brutalist.
Me too.
The Brutalist was like
Yeah.
4 hours. Yeah, maybe it said what the Brutalist was trying to say in a much shorter, in some ways. Who
I think
knows?
maybe it
Much
kind of
tighter.
did. I mean,
Yeah.
really, you just need Demi Moore in a gold
You need
dress
Demi Moore
and
and yeah, then you're
just
good. Yeah.
put her in
But
Yeah.
every movie.
I would say also like I think artists, yeah, I respect artists so much and I respect people who can put their work out there even if they feel, less than confident about it because I know how difficult that is. But I also have heard many times how important it is to just let it be and let the viewer or the reader or the person who wears it be the other half of the art or to recreate the art once they experience it. So I also thought maybe that was left out a little bit, which is a very silly side note, but like it was.
I don't think that's a side. I think that you're right. They kind of brushed up against it with
Mm,
what Ed Harris was saying to her
yeah,
when he was like, I can only see things from
yeah, you're
inside
pointing,
me
yeah,
and you can
mm,
only see things from inside you and we'll never
yeah,
know what this looks like to each other. And
Yeah.
then
yeah, yeah,
Everyone sees us from the outside. Yeah.
and
yeah.
then what Kendall Jenner was saying and she was like this feels like you made it for me.
Hmm.
And
Yeah.
Yeah.
so I
And
think that yeah, they hinted at
they
it.
brushed it. Yeah, they brushed. I just think I'm also. I don't know. I think there's something about, and this is a bigger issue that we don't need to get into right now. But there's something about all these stories that we're seeing on TV and in movies about rich people that
Mm.
is, I don't know if it's like fetishizing it or just kind of erasing the other side, or if people just like really think it's fun to look at all these rich people. I don't know, but like I just want to like I don't know. There's just something missing there where especially with clothes, like they're so personal to the person wearing them, even though yes, it's art, it's something you're putting out there. It's like it's about the person that you're making them for, like Kendall Jenner, side. So it's just kind of interesting. I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, I
But
think
I
that
feel like, oh, sorry.
oh no, go ahead.
I was gonna say, like, I have been reading about that and keeping an eye on that too. But I feel like if anyone is gonna make a movie or, in this case, a short film about that's against the backdrop of wealth, I mean, it's a luxury brand. So,
I understand. I get
It
it.
wouldn't make
Like,
sense to have like a
yeah,
middle class
you're not gonna like
family.
throw Gucci into. Well, that's almost more interesting to me in some ways. Like Gucci in a middle class family, like Gucci in, what does that even look like? I don't know.
Yeah, but
That's
they're
kind of.
selling clothes, so they want it to be aspirational.
No, I get it, but how many editorials did we see growing up with like women in kitchens like cleaning in these like amazing outfits and like I don't know in Vogue at least or like
I know exactly
yeah
the Vogue spread that you're talking
yes
about. I can see
yeah
it in my
yeah
brain.
yeah
Yeah.
so it just feels like
Yeah, I
why
think
why aren't we playing with that more in art? I don't know. I just wondering out
I
loud.
think that it's both there. I think that you're right, Gretchen, in this particular instance, like the wearer, like the end user of this clothing is kind of not considered at all because this is all from the point of view of the artist and the designer and like here's what I'm saying and here's how I feel like people are taking it.
Mm-hmm.
And then also, Stephanie, you're right. They are trying to sell luxury clothing.
Yes,
So,
like they're not trying to sell it to
Yeah.
moms
like,
who
they
are cleaning
have
their
one
kitchen.
job with
Yeah,
this film, and it is to sell this clothing and to not to
Yeah.
sell it to the end users, but to sell it
yeah,
to buyers who will then, like, get it,
yes,
be responsible for getting it
yes,
into the hands of, like, whoever.
Yeah. And
like
I
they're
would
not.
even
Yeah,
think their goal with this film too is to like sort of like placate the audience like us that's like, oh, Demna's coming into the house of Gucci and like what's that gonna look like? But it was a very this I felt like this movie was like very beautiful and there wasn't much really controversial about it. So it kind of like it seduces us with its like beauty and you know, there's
Yeah.
nothing like that much deeper. So we're like, oh, Demna's okay. Like, and
So, do you think that it was cowardly on his part? Because I know that he also has, like, a streak in him that's like wants to skirt the line of playing with like eat the rich, but also like
yeah.
I am here to like take advantage of how, like rich people will buy anything from
Well, he
me.
did the IKEA bag, right?
Exactly.
That was like a few
So I
thousand
feel like
dollars.
that
Yeah.
subversiveness was completely missing from this. And maybe that at
Yes.
first blush when I was watching this
yeah.
movie, I was like, oh, maybe this is a grown up Demna and maybe he's matured out of the IKEA bag mind
I know, but I
frame. But
like the IKEA bag
now
I
mind
like the
frame.
IKEA bag.
Yeah.
I don't
I think
know.
it
I'm
was
gonna
there a little bit. I
say,
think he was making fun of rich people a little bit for sure. Um, with
a little bit, yeah, with the Ed
not a
Norton
lot.
stuff.
There were moments. Um, it was definitely very sympathetic. I think everyone in that film was sympathized with in some way. I don't think, which I don't think is a bad thing. No one is all bad or all good. You can't be all bad just because you have money. But like, there was
Well, the
yeah,
twins were not
the
sympathetic. I
twins were
thought that
not
it was
great.
good that
Yeah,
a villain entered the chat in a
yeah,
fabulous
yeah.
black gown at
Mm-hmm.
that point.
With the big collar. Yeah.
But you're right, like everyone else. And like I think that they were careful to cast actors that we have a great deal of affection for, so that
That's
helped.
mhm.
true. Yeah, that's very true.
Yeah.
Mm.
I'm gonna
Oh, you know
guess
where that one
that
twin was from? Sorry.
oh, that's
This
okay.
I just had like a flash. I think that she is on that show that got nominated for Emmys that I was like, how did this get nominated for Emmys? It had James
Oh,
Marsden in it, and it was
yeah,
like
you hated it, and I don't know what it
they
ever
were
was
in a
called.
bunker. I
I
forgot what it
have
was
no
called.
Yeah,
idea
I
what
remember what
this
you're. I remember.
is.
I don't remember what it's called, but I remember you talking about it. Yeah,
Anyway, I
I
think
think you're
that's where
right.
she's from.
Yeah. Well, what were you
Oh.
saying? You said you think that or something. You're.
I'm sorry, I derailed you.
No,
No,
no.
it's okay. It's late and I'm
We were
not
talking about like
surprised.
what was
We were talking
missing.
about the IKEA bag.
Oh, yeah, I don't think that Demna's lost. I think that this is just me, like, without a crystal ball, but I'm guessing that he hasn't lost his, like, subversive edge. I'm guessing this was just, like, a very, safe, like, dive into the Gucci world. And I'm not mad about it. Um, I think I don't know. I hopefully we won't get anything creepy in the future, but I'm
I think he's
guessing.
learned his lesson probably, and I think he's doing a little bit of
Yeah,
traveling.
like I hope so, but we say that about people and then they don't. So I'm just saying, like,
Well, think about all the people who are over his shoulder now, though, too. Even if he hasn't learned his lesson, his publicist has learned their lesson or whatever. Like
I don't
we
know,
should make
nothing
it.
would surprise me these days. But you're right. I hope you're
There are only
right.
certain people who get
That's
away with
true.
stuff.
Good
It's not
instincts.
anyone. Yeah.
Good instincts to not trust men generally. But also, yeah, I think that like if there's one thing that this film is saying to me, it's that he has learned his lesson and has felt that and is now sharing
Yeah,
how
that's what it
that made
seemed to me.
him feel.
Yeah.
And so I think that yeah, we're in a
Yeah.
growing period. And also the clothes are good. Like I really
They're really good. Yeah. It's
Yeah.
very Gucci, but it's elevated. It's a really
It looks
interesting
fresh.
Gucci
Yeah.
it's
story. It
fun.
does feel fresh and fun. Yeah.
They're
Very well
Yeah.
made.
something that I think was not in this film, or maybe it was in the on the models in the garden, but the blue fur like puffy sleeve coat,
Mm.
Oh, yeah.
like I'm obsessed.
Beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah.
Stunning.
Yeah. It's
Yeah.
really interesting how he's playing with the brand too. I really
Yeah.
like it. Yeah. So,
Yeah. I'm interested to see what
yeah.
happens next.
Definitely achieved, I think, or its goal in intriguing us and trying to start a more of an even, playing field for him, perhaps to play with, the brand and stuff, and give a little bit of a restart button for him, his own reputation, perhaps. But
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah.
so. So we're cautiously optimistic. I don't know if we're gonna give him like the Mark Ruffalo Award for people who have redeemed themselves through their art,
Wait, what did Mark
but
Ruffalo do?
I feel like I've said this before. I just have a really hard time forgiving him for ruining the entire plot of Shutter Island in the first 5 minutes by just like looking at the camera a certain way. All
Wait, that's
told,
his.
not
That's his.
completely his fault.
Wait,
Probably
wait,
the
wait.
director, Martin Scorsese's fault.
Is that his only? Is that is the only thing he's done?
Yes, because I was never able to enjoy. People love that movie, and I was never able to enjoy it because 5 minutes in, they just like a total throwaway, like cutaway shot to Mark Ruffalo, and it's all over his face. This is a movie that's supposed to have a major twist, all over his face.
Oh.
If you watch this movie
I
again,
don't think
you
that was
don't have to
his
watch more than
fault.
10 minutes. There's a scene in a mausoleum, and there's a cutaway to Mark Ruffalo, and literally his face gives you the entire twist. And I'm
I
like,
don't think that's his fault. I think that's the director's fault and the editor's fault, if anyone.
it's somebody's fault. But
Someone
then
told him to do that.
then I
But it
saw The
was his
Brothers Bloom
face,
and I
Gretchen.
forgave him. It was his face. He should not have made that face.
Bad move, Mark Ruffalo.
It was
Fucking
his face.
Ruffalo.
Yeah. All right. Well, any last thoughts on the tiger from Gucci? And
I'm only disappointed that there wasn't an actual tiger in the film. I kept
Would have
waiting.
loved to have seen a tiger.
It's like, is there going
I
to be a real
will-
tiger?
when
There's
I
a
know that
tiger
wasn't too
print
literal,
jacket.
but
when
Yeah.
Edward Norton came in and was like, "What would you do if you're in the room with a tiger?" I'm like, "Oh my god, he's gonna be like, I got a tiger and bring it in." That's what I thought he was gonna do.
That would have been
Yeah.
great.
He's like, "Mom, what would you do if you were?" And she's like, "Yes, sweetie." Like this 50-year-old guy who she's like the same age. Yeah.
Did we feel like the tiger metaphor completely landed? Like, I
No.
feel like I get what he was saying.
No, I mean, I got what he was saying. I don't think it completely landed.
Yeah, it's
I
like,
don't
let
think
it
Ed Harris is
devour
like
you.
menacing enough to, because he was
But
like,
he
"I'm
said he
talking
was
about you."
not. He was not talking about it.
Oh,
He said,
okay, I
Yeah.
misheard. I thought he's. I thought he said,
No,
"I'm
he's
talking
not-
about you,"
not
and I
talking
was
about
like,
you.
"Oh."
No, he said, "I'm not talking about you."
Oh,
he
no.
was talking about all of it. He was talking
Yeah.
about, I think, the all-consuming nature of just being an artist out in the world and how you kind of
Mhm.
have to like give yourself over when you give your art over and like do it with love so that whoever consumes it has that love inside of them, which is like sweet, kind of, right?
I mean, I think there are better ways to say that. It's just like let the art guide you. I don't know. There's other ways to do that. Like I don't know.
I
But
don't know.
it's
I
okay.
mean, Maybe there are. Maybe
I
we'll
wish
work
there
on
had been
that.
a tiger.
I
Maybe
wish there was a
I'm
tiger
not
too.
sure I can come up with one, so respect to whatever. Like I always say, like, I'm not gonna try to criticize someone when I can't come up with a like I can critique, but I'm not gonna be like, this is totally wrong.
Yeah, no, I mean, I liked it, and I liked where it ended up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And I
I'd
liked that
love
there
to
was a
see the
post-credits scene.
sequel. Yeah.
I gotta watch the credit scene. I haven't watched that yet, so
It was
I'll watch
just
that.
like they had like the end title cards, and then it was this scene of him in the street being abducted by aliens.
He was right. After 40 years at UCLA, he was right.
He was right.
He learned. Yeah. All right. Anyways, well, thank you for listening to us talk about the tiger. Let us know your thoughts about the tiger. We'd love to know. And it's only half an hour, so it's an easy
Yeah, it's
little
an
fun watch.
easy lift.
Yeah.
It is a fun
Let
watch.
us
It's
know your
free.
favorite look because we
Mhm.
know they were selling looks, so let us know your favorite look.
Yes, and thank you for joining us. Please follow us on socials at NY Sofalites. Get in touch with us via email at nysofalites@gmail.com. And please like and subscribe to us on YouTube and also on Spotify or wherever you get